Hi everyone, it's Guy from Montreal, author of The Courage to Love. And this is my gift to you. I want to read the whole book each week, give you a taste of my adventures on how I discovered that love really exists and that everyone can heal and find love. So today is going to be the first reading, and I want to dedicate this reading to Bagat and Brenda that I met at the AATH, and they are just wonderful human beings. So thank you for being into my life. The Courage to Love, Part 1, Chapter 1, No Man's Land. The stage was ready, and the cheers of fans exploded like fireworks. The stuffy hot bar was crammed from the entrance to the front row. 5 minutes, you guys. Get ready, the stagehand warned. I peered through the door across the dimly lit bar and saw my dad and my brother Mark drinking beers. They were squeezed at a table near the front, but this wasn't my dad's type of hangout. I knew he'd rather be in a church pew watching me sing Mozart's Requiem or Vivaldi's Gloria. Not Mark, my brother, though. He was in his element. Back when we were teens, he'd given himself the moniker of the great rock and roll fan on the airwaves when he called into the radio station Chaume FM Montreal. Around the same time, he'd come to me with a new album saying, "Hey man, the Stones are awesome. You gotta listen to Jumping Jack Flash. It's a gas." When the stagehand gave the sign that it was our turn to take the stage, I heard the MC take the mic. "Welcome to the Piranha Bar," he shouted, extending the R sound, making it thrill. "Is it odd enough for you? Are you ready to rock?" The people in the crowd stomped their feet and screamed. Staring at the three little steps that I needed to walk up to get onto the stage, I thought to myself, wow, it took me more than 50 years to finally reach this staircase. My first live gig as a lead singer. As I made my way onto the stage, the blinding spotlight, the roar of the crowd, and a wall of heat instantly took me back to a blazing hot alley. It was the summer of '64, and my brothers were on the prowl. "I'm Batman! I'm Batman!" shrieked my 8-year-old brother Luke as he tied the blue bat towel around his shoulders. "And I'm going to kill you, Joker!" Mark, my other brother, who was 7 at the time, was portraying Batman's arch rival. He never escaped Luke's lunge. Mark was never given a choice as to whether he was Two-Face, the Penguin, or the Joker. But he was never, ever Robin, the friendly sidekick. My 9-year-old sister, Mimi, was the exact opposite. "Open your mouth and say ah," she instructed 4-year-old me. Dressed as a nurse with a white bonnet in her hair, she was so gentle as she tenderly took care of me, her miniature patient in a bathing suit. "Oh, yes, we definitely need to give you some cough syrup." The sun was unbearably hot as another heat wave hit Montreal. It was high noon on this particular summer day, and there were no trees for us to take refuge under. We only had our dinky blue plastic pool to cool us off. The cicadas chirped in full harmony, and everything was going smoothly until Batman and the Joker veered across the yard and attacked us. "Leave us alone!" Mimi hollered as she fell backward into the pool, splashing water everywhere. Taking advantage of the situation, Luke and Mark grabbed me and pushed me to the ground. Ah! I cried from the pain of skinning my knees on the rough, pock-marked, scorching asphalt. As crimson blood peeled down my leg, I shrieked even louder. It hurt like crazy, but truth to be told, I was more scared of the neighbor's German shepherds barking over the fence at all the commotion. Our playground was the back alleys of Hochelaga, the working class neighborhood on the east side of Montreal. More precisely, it was the French Canadian speaking ghetto and was often denigrated as the home of the white niggers of North America. A great divide persisted between the English speaking business owners and the factory workers, the result of Europe's ancestral wars between Great Britain and France. This was even more obvious throughout the province of Quebec, where Irish, Italian, Chinese immigrants were also considered low class laborers. But in the backyards of Hochelaga, the patriotic flags had long given way to underwear, socks, and blue factory coveralls on the clothesline. Hearing me wail, Mom rushed down to see what all the fuss was about. The second my brothers saw her, they released me and ran down the alley laughing. My sister hurried crying home to change out her wet clothes. Mom kneeled down and said gently, Now, what did they do this time? Then she opened a bottle of rubbing alcohol and disinfected my wounds. It burned. Ouch, Mommy, that hurt, I exclaimed as I burst into more tears. Shh, it'll feel better soon, she muttered in a tired voice. Mommy's got a lot of work to do, so play nice. She put bandages on my knees, wiped my nose, kissed my forehead, and disappeared back inside, leaving me with my toys on a yellow patch of lawn. With me left sniffling all alone, our orange tabby cat strutted by to see if I was okay. Meow, come here, Taffy, I said as I grabbed him by the tail, pressed him to my chest, and so vigorously as if my life depended on it. I'd recently found him in my grandparents' big red barn as I played near the cows and the chicken. Meow, meow. I'd heard crystalline cries from tiny little beings mewing in a prickly haystack. I gently picked him up and thought, You're gonna be mine. And I named him Taffy after my favorite sweet. Daddy, can I take him home, please? I love you, Taffy. I love you. He was my special and only friend in our household. As he purred loudly, he brushed his soothing, silky smooth fur against my face. I then placed his front paws around my neck and I tapped him hard on his head with my knuckles. Upset, his whole body stiffened as he tried to escape, but I held him even harder as his hard, tense leg felt as a veritable hug. Thank you. So every Friday, I will share to you some of the story. Next week, we'll continue in the back alley. I love you all. You are amazing. Anything you want, anything you dream of, you can achieve. You can find the book on Amazon, ebook, softcover, hardcover like this. I love you all. Have an amazing day and an amazing week. Bye bye. Guy from Montreal.